thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You've been in the booth for most of the day today. Your second year in a row on 2K.
The play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
So did you get much feedback?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And some of the best guards in the league facing off tonight, different skill sets, different style.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's a Western Conference battle here in Phoenix as the Suns look to work the home court advantage. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. And that kind of toughness is crucial to have at a young age. Thanks, DA. Both clubs on a roll coming in.
Let's go!
Trying to maintain momentum. What are some of the keys to sustaining, to keeping that hot streak hot?
Well, to make sure that you stay in those familiar roles. You don't try to come out all of a sudden, Kevin, and try to get into that stream of consciousness you've been in, either offensively or defensively. Some teams can go on runs defensively where we could call it a hot streak. So try not to force it too fast.
You know that's
Let it
good.
happen as organically as you did
we're
the
gonna
other
lose.
game.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets.
We're gonna lose.
Anderson is down low with Capella. Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. And it's Covington in at the small forward. Here's Capella.
Get that shit out of here. Clint Capella?
Outside Conley. Pass to Chandler. Butler kicks to Favors. Chandler a screen. Puts it up from 12, and that one's good by Favors.
It always feels good to get on the board first.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting contest. If you look at the competitive matchups out there tonight, we're in store for a good one.
Screen by Capella. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Buries it from three-point range. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And with Harden, it's pick your poison. Not only a tenacious penetrator, but also a consistent threat from 3-point.
Chandler a screen. Favors sets the pick for Butler. Off the pick. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And Butler just exploits that pick and roll defense. A tough physical guy who's hard to guard in those sets.
Harden sets the pick for Beverly. Screen by Capella. Harden can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Butler on the wing. Back to Booker. Shot clock at 6. Inside, Favors, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out, and to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Favors. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility.
And so Favors nails both of them. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden kicks to Covington. Here's Capella. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland. 6 to shoot. Harden with it. Favors picks him up. It's Harden with the drive. Chandler with the block.
Chandler takes his defense seriously. That's what he gets paid for, utilizing his outstanding length to stifle shooters. Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
To the middle, looking to end the run. And Capella with a nice bucket inside. Capella's got his first points in this one. To the inside.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
In the corner, it's Capella. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Capella's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Rockets trail by 4. Lob pass to Capella. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring-wise. James Harden, number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
Suns leading by 4. Conley the pass to Favors. Chandler down low. Capella covering. Basket good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Screen by Capella. Beverly dishes to Harden. Covington with it. Now guarded by Booker.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. That unleashed chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Kicks it to Butler. Chandler with the screen on Harden. Here's Butler, and the rejection by Harden. Some solid defense from Butler.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Right side, Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Conley's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Suns. Now here's Harden. He had 22 points in the win against Portland. He dishes it to Covington. Anderson with the screen for Covington. Bucket is good.
The defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammate the wide open shot.
There's the pick. Back to Conley.
Hit it.
Favors with the screen. Booker against Anderson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Hard to imagine a team playing faster than Houston or Golden State, but the Suns actually do that. They push the pace. Phoenix, the second highest paced team in the league last season. This team, like many other Suns teams, wants to get out and run up and down. Use those young legs to find scoring opportunities.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Capella sets a screen for Harden. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
And you got to enjoy watching Harden down low, doing whatever he wants in the paint.
And Brent, talking about pace and the Suns, of course, they're great teams in the 7 seconds or lesser. What was it like playing against that kind of team?
It was incredible to watch Steve Nash operate in the pick and roll like a surgeon. Anytime you gave up something on the weak side or were 2 or 4 feet away from a spot on the floor you needed to be, Steve would take advantage of that. And Mari Stoudemire would be dunking on your head. Not all that fun. But guess what, Kevin? We did end up beating them.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Harden. First in scoring.
Yeah, keep talking about Harden.
And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in 3-point shooting.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number one
Oh,
overall
big
right
Len.
now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Len's checked in for Ryan Anderson. So many great point guards in the league right now, guys, who can do much more than just facilitate. Brent, how has that position in your mind evolved over the years?
I think watching these point guards play, Kevin, and their ability to score the basketball has been remarkable. There have been guys throughout the history of the league that have been tremendous scorers at the point guard position, but now with the emphasis on three-point shooting and less about point guards' traditional role of setting up the rest of the team, that's why you're seeing such dynamic play from that position.
Len, a screen. And Beverly kicks to Len. Pass to Harden. Takes the three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
I love seeing Harden stroke it from there. One of the most lethal shooters we have in the game.
Conley, the pass to Butler. Favors with a screen on Harden. Butler with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes
Look at Tyson hustling,
So
boy.
for the Suns, Okafor is checked in for Chandler. And it's Williams in for Derek Favors. And then for Houston, Trevor Ariza's checked in for Capella. Gordon comes in for Robert Covington. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Williams against Ariza. Passes it to Harden. Len up top. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Just 5 to shoot.
Yep.
And another 3 from Harden. And that'll tie this game up.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
Conley kicks to Booker. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Butler. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And that's now 6 points for Jimmy Butler. Houston's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Booker. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Well, Eric Gordon is always a threat as a 2-guard to score. However, the defense gets a little too physical with him there, which is why he gets to the free throw line.
Nick Young's checked in for the Suns. James comes in for Michael Conley. Olenek, he's checked in for the Rockets. Leaves the dishes to Williams. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Young kicks to Butler. Picked by Okafor. And Jimmy Butler again. Butler's got 8 points.
He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage.
Oh, nice. Cat dog. Cat dog.
Alone in the world with a little cat dog. One fine day with a wolf and a purr, the baby was born in the closet little stir. No blue fuzzy tail, three-eyed frog, a feline, canine, little cat dog. Cat dog. Cat dog. Alone in the world with a little cat dog. Out on the road, back in town, all kind of
Mike James, get it. Get it. Get it, Mike. Shoot it, Mike. Shoot it, Mike. Damn it, Mike.
One fine day with the wolf and a purr.
Catch it, Mike! Oh.
Has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, Mike.
Well, we all know, Brian, you grew up in a real basketball environment. What affected watching your dad and competing against your brothers and being in that conversation at the dinner table have on the development of your playing style?
Well, I think first and foremost what comes to mind, Kevin, is just competing. And it wasn't just competing at basketball. It was wiffle ball in the backyard,
Switch that. Oh,
soccer
no.
in the fall, baseball in the spring, Monopoly during the weekends.
That's
So
good D. That's good D. Bullshit.
Yeah, it was about that
Bullshit.
And what do you do now in retirement?
That's
Is
bullshit.
What do you find to stimulate the competitive side?
Well, I beat my kids in Monopoly, I can tell you that.
Here's Butler. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Butler's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first set.
Williams kicks to Len. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Butler against Ariza. Butler, no good.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Ariza passes to Williams. And it's Houston with another.
Ja, why wouldn't you
You're
cut that
seeing
off?
Great execution from both teams.
Yeah, lots of points early, and the game plans on both sides, at least offensively,
Last shot, give the
working
ball to
perfection.
Jimmy.
James with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Okafor sets the pick for Young. And the pass to Butler. From 12 feet out. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He comes away with 11 points in the... And certainly an intriguing matchup tonight. Let's hear from...
You're playing against a team that is very scrappy. You know, they want to win as well.
Ariza might as well be describing his own game. Scrappy, ready to play, ready for anything, ready to claw to get that win.
Yeah, and he has been that kind of all-out guy going all the way back to his days at UCLA. When you combine that with his talent, he's a guy who, no matter where he's been, his teammates rave about him.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
We've got Nick Young. Chris is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's James in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Williams. Doesn't go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And, you know, it wasn't just that they got stops. It was the way they got stops. Rejection after rejection.
Yeah, after a while, it just felt like they were demoralizing the opponent. It affected them mentally, and they took advantage.
Clock at 4. Offensive rebound. Okafor fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Really strong rebounding on the interior. He gets the easy putback.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Rockets.
One shot, gentlemen.
And so here is Houston. They lead by 4, fresh from a win against Portland.
It seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really they did not look especially strong in that game.
And you know as well as I do that the coaches had a long laundry list of things that they could have done better that night, but still, it turned out to be a good win for them.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Okafor with a screen on Williams. Here's Chris. Phoenix no good that time either. Rockets leading by 6. Williams dishes to Olynyk. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Olynyk's got 5 points now in the quarter. You know, Brett, the one thing we've seen from Coach Earl Watson is that he has a very good working relationship with his roster. His players have always said they have the trust of their coach.
Well, that's the key buzzword for what it is that Earl Watson wants to do with this young ball club, is that he wants to grow as they grow, and he wants to know that at all times Earl Watson has their back. He wants them to have the kind of success in the league that is going to afford them everything that they want, and he never shies away about talking about those things.
Here's Ariza, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket, and it's an 11-point Houston lead.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
Yeah, it was very poor, their performance on the glass. And it wasn't the only reason they got blown out as badly as they did, but it was the biggest reason.
Now about halfway through the season, Brent, some teams looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Devin Booker comes in for Butler. And it's Conley in for James. And Favors kicks to Young. Stolen by Anderson. Now Covington. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 at the line here. Free throw good. Gordon. Brent, we know the regular season is a grind. We also know that revenue is king. Could you imagine a time when we'd actually have to play more than 82 games?
That's interesting, Kevin, because a lot of the times the argument you've heard over the course of the past 5 or 6 seasons, Kevin, is the opposite of that 65-game schedule. Why not reduce the schedule? Stars playing in every game. Less back-to-backs, more time for recovery. So the idea of 82 games being extended beyond that, I don't think that that's in the realm of possibility.
65, 68 games. They had that shortened season a couple years ago. It was terrific to watch.
It was, and so we'll see if the league does that. But in your question alone, Kevin, you said it. Cash is king. 82 is the number we're going to settle in, I think, for quite some time.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Favors with a screen on Hart. Here's Young, and the chance by Nick Young.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Back to Covington. Capella sends a screen for Covington. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Beverly. Chris with the rebound. Suns trail by 10. Young inside.
Pass it.
He feeds it to Booker. There's a screen by Chris. Booker the pass to Chris. Phoenix needs to get off his shot. Conley's shot is off. Rockets leading by 10. Beverly up top, over by Conley. Beverly dishes to Capella. Rebound by the Suns. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Shots good from Young.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. They're able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
This is to Covington. Favors against Capella. The field. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Harden's got 14 points.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're going to have to change some things up.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
Timeout called. The Suns. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on him.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. Putting up about 18 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
And the Suns making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Capella with the bucket.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Chandler a screen. Young against Anderson. Conley for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. He's got 9.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Here's Beverly. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Stolen by Conley. Chandler a screen for 3. Booker. The shot misses. And the Rockets take it the other way.
And Mike Conley Jr., you know, you talk about being bred for success.
What?
Remember,
Oh
his
my
dad
God.
was a gold medalist in the triple jump. And you can just see that athleticism in his game. Super quick and elusive out on the floor.
Screen by Young. Conley kicks to Booker. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
And with Conley's athleticism and his handle, tough to keep him out of the lane.
And if you go under on that pick, he can hurt you from deep. This guy really the complete package, arguably the most underrated point guard in our league.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Harden. That shot, no good.
Oh, he
Great
misses?
D that time from Favors. Conley the pass to Favors. The Rockets pull it in.
Wow, just the shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Beverly dishes to Harden. He kicks it to Anderson.
Yeah.
And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Good when it left his digits. Really one of the better snipers in the league.
Outside Conley. Feeds it to Booker. Conley with the screen on Beverly. Booker outside. Favors sets the pick for Booker. It's Young on the wing.
Yep.
Another 3 for Phoenix.
How about Devin Booker scanning the floor and finding the right option?
Can we please get a stop?
Rockets leading by 8. Harden kicks to Beverly. Screen by Capella. Now here's Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The jump hook, and Chandler sends it back. Booker the pass to Conley.
I get a bucket?
Chandler a screen.
Bucket?
Booker in the post.
Bucket!
Defended by Covington. It's good. Booker's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
Beverly dishes to Harden. Pass to Covington. Capella with a screen on Booker. Covington kicks to Beverly. Over Favors.
Yeah.
And it's Beverly.
Let's go.
And he completely threw
Let's
the timing
go.
off on UD up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling.
Tyson, what the
That's
hell
an
are you
excellent
doing?
job.
Chandler kicks to Young. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Favors passes to Young. Over Harden. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Young.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Well, you know exactly what you're getting with Chandler at this point of his career.
Well, Chandler, one of the few guys in the league who was drafted while I was still playing, Kevin. I guess I'm getting old, but not quite as agile defensively as he used to be, but still a guy who barks out orders from behind, a great locker room leader, and takes the time to help these young guys know what it takes to be a professional.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Okafor's checked in for Chandler. Allen Williams comes in for Derek Favors. Butler, he's checked in for Young. And James subbed in for Mike Conley. Back to Ariza. Williams a screen. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Hits it from three-point range. Harden's got 19 points.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Booker with no one around. Good. A nice assist for Williams.
And doing a much better job from 3-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Len a screen. Ariza outside. Kicks to Len. Olynyk dishes to Harden. Another miss by Harden.
There we
Not
go.
quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Butler with the ball. Williams picks him up. Ariza against Booker. Taken away by Williams. Ariza outside. Unloads. It doesn't go for him. And Phoenix will come the other way. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Booker
whoa,
kicks to
whoa.
James. Williams a screen on Ariza.
Cool the Jets.
Booker outside. Just 5 on the clock. Shot off the screen. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
No.
That shot is off. James Harden getting it done for Houston. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show. James Harden was the man in the first. He ended up with 19 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them.
That's it for halftime. As the second half.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first. Rockets leading by 4. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Anderson is down low with Capella. Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. And it's Covington in at the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Booker the pass to Favors. Back to Booker. Favors with a screen on Covington. Conley for 3. Good. Nice assist from Booker. And that's 12 points for Mike Conley.
And he'll keep the D honest with his three-point shooting. And when Conley's got that shot falling, it makes him much more effective as an all-around point guard.
Sun shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. For the lead, again the miss by Booker. And for the Rockets, their shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here's Harden.
Oh, that's just good defense.
Chance here for a three-point play.
Bullshit.
Yeah, they're having a tough time containing Harden here tonight. No surprise there. And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself.
Oh, of course, they just get no problem.
He just does so much
and Book misses 3. Tyson gets a foul. Yeah.
Of the last decade.
Bullshit.
You can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
I'm trying to extend the possession so you appreciate the effort. Better just to head down the court sometimes and not give up a team foul in that situation.
Harden missing again. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
Favors with the screen. Conley dishes to Favors.
Why not just shoot a layup?
Pass to Covington. Got a piece of it. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Hey, Brent, we know there's a lot of communication out there on the floor. And when you were playing, who was the best trash talker you ever went up against?
Well, I played with the notorious one in Seattle by the name of Gary Payton. A lot of people put him pretty high up on their list. I also remember one Bonzi Wells at his time when he was with the Portland Trailblazers and Sacramento Kings, being a bit lippy. And then occasionally there would be a John Barry talking to me, but really, I never listened to him growing up, Kevin, so why would I listen to him on the court?
Good way to approach it. It's Harden with the drive. He dishes it to Capella. Pulls up from the corner. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 4 assists now tonight.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive, and right now stringing some plays together.
Chandler a screen. Conley kicks to Chandler. And here's Booker from the arc. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Passes it to Covington. Houston moving it around. And James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the 3-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
Now the dish to Booker. To the wing on the left. Chandler a screen. 5 on the clock. And Booker kicks to Conley. Lets the 3 fly. And there's the call on Chandler. That's foul number 2 for him.
Defensively, though, much improved here in the second half. They've limited the open looks, making them work for everything.
Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Gordon a screen. Lets it go from deep. Booker pulls it in. Suns trail by 5. Chandler a screen. Conley against Beverly. Conley kicks to Buck. Over Gordon. Second chance shot. And Chandler.
Who is that guy?
Chandler's got 8 points.
Woo!
Chandler has had some years where you would consider him one of the most elite rebounders in the league. Uses his height that time to snag the board.
Anderson the screen. For 3, Covington. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And here's Beverly. The pass to Gordon. Capella sets a screen for Covington. Back to Gordon.
Switch. Nice. Nice.
Gordon with another miss.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
Booker, another one falls for Phoenix.
His shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Beverly with the ball. Dishes it to Covington. And stolen by
Oh,
and
throw it home, Book.
Now.
Oh, that was weak. That was weak.
4-point Phoenix lead.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now Covington. Down low. To end the run. And the rejection.
Get it out. Just get it out of here.
Covington against Booker. He feeds it to Butler. He kicks to Conley.
Look at these passes. We're feeling fancy. Oh.
Pocket 6.
Book on the other side.
Chandler a screen.
Oh.
Here's Favors.
That'll do.
And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. And then for Houston, Alex Len's checked in for Capella. Isa comes in for Ryan Anderson. Lou Williams is subbed in for Robert Covington. Len with a screen on Favors. Yep,
No
it goes
way.
in, and the Suns' lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Beverly.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that
Automatic.
he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Rockets trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Williams. Len sets a screen for Williams. Over Conley. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. And 11 points for Lou Williams. Conley kicks to Chris. The feed to Butler. Plenty of space. He squares up and sinks it. Butler's got the lead back up to 7 now for Phoenix.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul.
That's just
That's
good
his
defense.
first foul.
Now they're going
So
to be
for
on the
Suns,
line all game.
Alan Williams comes in for Derek Favors.
Harden's not even
And
in.
James subbed in for Mike Conley. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Olynyk checked in. Outside Gordon. Feeds it to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. And the rejection by James.
And they continue to control the glass.
Butler kicks to James. There's a screen by Chris. Back to Booker. Fires the 3. He can't hit that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. Rockets trail by 7. Beyond the arc. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Gordon's got 7.
And once Eric Gordon receives that pass, he's just rising up, so a natural rhythmic jump shot.
There's a screen by Chris. And Booker kicks to Chris. Pass to James. Booker with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Houston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Williams. He's got 11. Plan a screen. Here's the floater. And he's just had 1 attempt at the line early.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Len. Some changes for Phoenix. Okafor's checked in for Marquise Chris. And Nick Young is subbed in for Booker. Suns leading by 3. James the pass to Okafor. Picked by Williams. Okafor kicks to Butler. Over Gordon. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Olynyk inside, working on Williams.
Yeah, just don't worry about him.
In.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
James outside. Over Williams. He climbs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Suns lead by 3. Kicks it to Olynyk. Back to Williams. Ariza, a screen on Young. Outside Williams. Over Young. Williams shot is off.
Yeah,
Very
John.
dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there toward the knee.
Swaggy. 6th man of the year in 2015.
Swaggy P.
Sweet Lou. I mean, he is a terrific shooter. Uses that fadeaway to create some space, and he has really become a master at getting himself to the free throw line. He excels in this role in terms of creating efficient offense off the bench.
And
total Len move. 2K got that one right.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for...
That is what happens to Alex Len every time he grabs an offensive rebound, because he brings the ball down to his knees for some god-awful reason. It's terrible, but it happens every game. So 2K nailed that.
That free throw good from Young. James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. And so Young nails them both. 1:02 left here in the third quarter. Harden kicks to Williams. They set the pick. Here's Olynyk.
Yeah, fade away on a guy that's
solid
6 inches
job
shorter
on the
than you.
backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
James dishes to Butler. Williams passes to Butler. Picked by Okafor. Butler goes in. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Williams for 3. And it's Williams again missing.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
The perfect night.
And that one falls for
The
Young.
perfect night from Swaggy P. Just bench him, put in Glenn Robinson for the 4th, and let this night go down in history. As long as he makes this free throw. No pressure.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 6 seconds left to play in the third. From deep, Harden. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Suns on top as they score 11 unanswered points to close out the quarter. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Suns leading by 12. Allen Williams out there with Okafor. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's James in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Butler kicks to James. Okafor with a screen on Williams. 4 on the clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Phoenix, Mike James. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, James.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And both free throws good for James. Rockets trail by 14. Now here's Harden. Pass to Capella. He dishes it to Williams. No good with the triple. Well, Phoenix shooting it very well tonight, around 57%, but tried by Booker. Okafor sets the pick for James. Tries it from 9. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. James has got 4 points this quarter.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
And stolen by James.
Woo!
Outside Butler. To the inside, Williams. Rejected by Len, but they recover it. 5 to shoot. Another shot. Shot's good by Butler.
Who will about to lay himself down in front of Jimmy Butler's dick?
A solid shooter when he's in that mid-range area.
Ariza outside. Williams a screen. The 3 from Harden. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
As the kids
Butler's
say,
got his 4th rebound
man's not
the
hot.
edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Outside Williams, and it's Ariza in the corner. Down low, and Len gets it to go on the assist by Ariza.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
James kicks to Williams, picked by Okafor. There's the screen, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Mike.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball.
Get out of there,
really
Mike.
Putting the onus on
Putting
the defense.
the other Mike in.
Mike Conley's checked in for the Suns. Houston also making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Alex Len. And Robert Covington subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Now a timeout called by Houston. Kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
He is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in.
Get it out!
And a change for the Rockets. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in.
I built
for
this
Williams.
team. I was about to go on a rant, but I didn't want to sound like a Kyle or a Johnny or something, so I killed it.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
And in the first half, they had some success from beyond the arc, but that hasn't been the case since halftime. That shot has dried up.
Booker. Out to Conley.
Yeah,
On the wing, Williams.
slow it down. Slow it down.
Chandler a screen. There's a screen. Goes back up
Big Sauce, that's a travel.
to the paint.
Get it out of
Booker
there.
left side.
Oh.
The tray. It's good from long range.
Why'd you guys leave him open?
Booker's got 15 points in just the second half.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Butler against Harden. Puts it up from 12. And Capella sends it back. And here comes the break. Ahead.
Oh!
Good. It's Harden with the assist.
That was
that time.
dope.
Harden's got his fourth.
That was dope.
Assist in this one.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Conley kicks to Butler. Williams a screen. And here is Conley. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Williams. Lets it go. Conley's shot is off.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Here's Beverly.
Yeah.
And it's blocked by Conley.
Suns came to play D.
Outside Butler. Conley against Beverly. Baseline J on the way. Williams passes to Chandler. Back to Williams. Harden against Butler. Over Harden. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Suns lead by 17. Beverly with the ball. Anderson the screen. 4-3. Covington buries the long-range jumper.
The defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammate the wide open shot.
Pick by Williams. There's the pick. Butler kicks to Conley. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Rockets trail by 17. Now Beverly. Harden outside. It's Covington on the wing. Here's Capella, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
That's good from Capella. And the Suns making a change here. Favors is checked in. Second free throw, no good. Suns lead by 16. Outside Butler. To the middle. Here's Chandler. Oh, yes, he
This
did.
is the biggest night Tyson Chandler's had in the Suns uni.
Chandler skilled on the inside. Not many defenders are going to match up with his size down there.
Harden kicks to Anderson. Covington with it. Now guarded by Booker. And
oh, Ryan Anderson, throw it home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Dang.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Screen by Capella. And Beverly kicks to Capella. Passes it to Harden. Capella with a screen on Butler. Here's Harden. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
Conley kicks to Booker. The dish to Favors. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Conley gets the bucket.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Capella with a screen on Conley. And Beverly kicks to Harden. The pass to Beverly. Dishes it to Harden. Screen by Capella. Off the screen. That shot misses. So Phoenix will take it the other way.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
They set the pick. Booker against Covington. Chandler with a screen for Booker. Rockets with the rebound. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's Beverly. Here's Capella. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Booker. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's
that's a big
orchestrating
game.
what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Free throw, good, Booker. Hey, Brent, analytics more and more playing a part in the NBA, almost to the point where people now feel guilty taking mid-range jump shots because they know the higher percentage that exists. How far is too far in using these numbers?
Well, I think people mention it too much, Kevin, but they don't understand it enough. There's no doubt that analytics plays a huge part in what our game is today. Every team throughout the 30 in the league have several guys employed to look deep into these numbers. But the fact of the matter is, still the best shot in basketball is the dunk or the layup. Teams are still trying to get into the paint and get it done. And the three-point evolution is not going anywhere. So it's about understanding it. Right now we're at a good point. About 33% of shots taken right now are three-point shots. I think we're going to see it get close to 40. That's about the tipping point.
40%. That's good from Capella. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Butler dishes to Conley. Butler in the corner, out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Rockets trail by 19. Now a timeout called by Houston. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Devin Booker.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the
Yeah, we
more he
do.
has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Harden against Butler. The three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Chandler's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
Man, he's missing those kind of good looks. His team is in some serious trouble.
Butler passes to Conley. Favors with the screen. And it's Conley penetrating. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
You know, when Conley's scoring like this, I think they are a better team. I mean, the passing is great, but fill it up, Mike. I'm loving this.
Here's Harden. Chandler with the block. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Favors. Conley kicks to Butler. They set the pick. Pocket 6. Favors with the screen. From deep three-point range, the Rockets pull it in. Harden's got 3 rebounds now in this one. He kicks it to Beverly. Here's Capella. That one off the back iron and out.
Gotta make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. The defense was just okay.
Back to Conley. Outside Favors. Beverly against Booker. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Phoenix.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight, this punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Devin Booker.
Well, he really contributed down there on the offensive end. Seemed like he was hitting anything he was putting up.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Conley. Conley sets a screen for Favors. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by Capella. Inside. Whistle on the play. Bucket's
stupid.
good. He'll go to the line.
At least Tyson gets out of
Always
there
tough
before
to
he
work the
dies.
closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Outside Butler. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game
GG
could
Rockets.
really be a defining one.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K.
Five blocks for the old man. How many minutes did he play? He was supposed to play 16 minutes. Jeez. Tyson, you just earned yourself a night off next game. No doubt.